All right, people, what's going on? I know this kind of impromptu video. I'm just sitting here chilling, not up in my game room like I normally am. But I was looking at some videos about modern vintage gamer and Mystic, and the one that did it for me was Digital Foundry, and it's basically talking about this PS1, PSP, PS2 emulation on the PS5, PS4, whatever, and I mean, basically what they're saying is correct. I cannot deny it that it's. I don't like the way it's starting to be rolled out with PAL games and some of the games just not emulated properly. Now there's a few that looks good, and I think they look okay overall, but they just look okay. Some of the games perform like really really bad, and some of them with that 50 hertz and all this other stuff going on. I'm not really feeling it. Now, the one thing I've always been an advocate for, I don't understand why they can't do better with the simulation, especially with PS1 and possibly PSP. But nevertheless, it's mind-boggling because they should have this stuff down. Xbox do a pretty good job with the original Xbox. They've done a pretty good job with 360. And it's like, now I don't understand what is going on with the PlayStation. Now with PlayStation 2, I kind of get it. Emotion engine, that CPU was weird. And I'm not even going to get into the PS3. I'm not even going to get into that because, that cell processor is a beast. But when you're looking at situations with the PlayStation 1 and PSP, I don't understand it. I've been a big advocate, and I talked about this on other platforms like my other channel or whatever case may be. Why in the world that they just don't put the chip into the system, especially PlayStation 1? I mean, those chips are pretty easy to produce, and it shouldn't be nothing for them to put the chips on the board. I mean, they did it with PS2, it wasn't an issue. They did it with PS3, it wasn't an issue. And I don't think cost is a problem. And even if it is, they should be able to emulate it pretty well. Now, I'm going to show you two devices that do PlayStation 1 very, very well. And I'm surprised that they're not using it. Well, one of them I'm not going to show. Well, it's three devices that I'm going to talk about. Two I'm going to show. One is the PS3. I still believe, and I've been talking about this for a long time, I think you guys should get a PS3, not just for collection purposes, but those games are still really good. And the PS1 is another reason why I feel you should get PS3, because the emulation or the gameplay on it is very well. That's right, baby. And it's one of the reasons why I was like, I don't understand why they just can't put the chips on the board. I don't get it. And that would, to me personally, I think that would save money because now they're trying to get all these licenses for all these games to emulate on the PS5, where technically they could just have a mechanism in where, hey, we just put the chips on the board, and if you play your games, it is what it is. And also with the emulation from the PlayStation 3 era, if you decide to download a PS1 game, it is what it is. Now, I'm not going to get into the PSP per se or the PS2 because I don't know the emulation process of that, because the PS2 emulation is a beast and the Emotion engine is the same thing. And PSP, just too many unknowns, but I'm pretty sure it can be done. But this thing right here does PlayStation 1 very, very well. I'm pretty sure they have some form of emulation or something on the chip for this that will show that this could be done. And I don't understand why it has not been done yet on a scale like a PS4 or PS5. This do PS1 emulation very well. It looks really good on the PSP and a Vita, but for some reason they're messing up the PS1 stuff. And I just did a video on this yesterday. This Ambernic 503. Now, this is unofficial hardware. This is something that's been made in China, but this does PS1 just as good as the PSP. So these two things can run PlayStation 1 very well. This does PSP, obviously. It is a PSP. And Ambernic is okay with PSP. It's all right. But you mean to tell me on a PS4, PS5, they can't get PS1 emulation correct? Or I mean, I just don't understand it. They're doing it to the point where they have to emulate game by game to put 50 hertz games, PAL games into the system. These do them very well. I just don't understand it. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Am I tripping? And should I just be happy that the PS5 have emulation for PS1? You know, or whatever case may be. I just find it unacceptable. Personally, I find it unacceptable. I feel that they could, if they can do it in their own product, they should be able to do it in the PS5. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I mean, maybe they'll change it where we get 60 hertz gains when the PlayStation service come over to America. But right now, we're looking at a situation where it just doesn't look good. It just don't. I think the emulation is not properly put together, and based on what these other places are saying, it's basically they look like they're basically pulling a PlayStation Classic on the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4. All right, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. I am going to get out of here, and I guess I'll find something to do before the day is out. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.